In this hand, I have an aftermarket water pump. In this hand, I have the original water pump. That age-old question, which one should you go with? Should you go with the aftermarket third-party one that has some improvements? Or should you go with the one that came with the vehicle? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. Let's get started. This is the original water pump that's on my Jaguar Xjl. It went out because the gasket failed. So I can go to the dealer and buy the original, or you can go online and buy a third-party aftermarket part. As you see, that's what I did. Now, the benefits of the two. When you buy the original, you know what you're getting. When you buy a third market, it's considerably cheaper, and sometimes, which should happen in my case, there's improvements. I thought that I would bite the bullet just for you guys and make this video using this aftermarket water pump. Much cheaper, by the way. Tell you the truth, this was $100, this was $300. That's a nice difference. Now, if you see this video, that means this water pump worked, because I'm about to put it on right now and I'm not going to upload this video until I know this is working. So on my old water pump, let me come in close so you can see what happened. And as you can see right here, you have two gaskets. That means that this is in three pieces. On the back right here, this is where mine failed, right here. This is where mine failed. This is where the gasket gave away and all the coolant and everything was coming out. I cleaned it up, but as you can see, if you can see, a little bit of the discoloration is right there. So on the new pump, this is a benefit. As you can see, it's just one gasket, which means two pieces. So again, two gaskets on the old, one gasket on the new. So that means that the new water pump, they've made an improvement, which that's so much better to me, to make this two pieces versus this is three pieces. Now, on my Jag, there's a piece. Let me get the piece. This piece right here, if you have a Jaguar Xjl, this is going to drive you nuts. This connects to the throttle body, to the overflow, and then it just plugs right in here to the bottom of the water pump. This is going to break. They must have designed it to break, and there's no ifs, ands, or way of around it. So I said, no biggie, call the dealership. They said, yeah, we got rid of this, and yeah, $160. I'm like, $160? So scoured the internet and I actually found some, and I'm gonna leave a link, because if you have a XJ, you're gonna need this. $17 shipped, took a day and a half to get here. $17, $160. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on the car, I'm gonna put the new one on the car, and there is one part that you should buy. This is an O-ring. Right here, this is an O-ring. All your O-rings and all your gaskets, make sure you buy those. It goes right here in the back of your water pump. It's the O-ring for the oil cooling pipe. You're gonna need this, you're gonna need that little O-ring, you're gonna need a new water pump. The combination of all three of those was $120. The dealer wanted to charge me $650. I know that's not what the video is about. We're just trying to find out what is the benefit of aftermarket versus original. We know cost is a benefit, but is reliability. So I wasn't gonna make this video on me installing or taking out the water pump, because this is the easiest one I've ever done. Matter of fact, I'll just show you real quick all the steps. Right here you have the air filter housing. Here's the lower, here's the upper. I just got those out of the way. Here's my air filter. This is the line that lets the air into the air filter housing. Then here's the tube that connects to your throttle body. Once you take all that out of the way, you're gonna have insane access to see the water pump. Then your water pump will be sitting right here. So what you're gonna wanna do is, here's the tensioner. You're gonna have to take the tensioner off, but before you do that, you just loosen the tension on the serpentine belt, this is just a 3/8. You loosen the tension on the serpentine belt, you pull the tensioner out, and then you're gonna have access to the 2 bolts that are on this side, 2 on that side. Take those off and you pull it out. It's that simple. Here's the piece that most likely you're gonna break. This piece right here connects to this hose. This hose goes under the throttle body, and then the top goes to the overflow. So what you can do is take off the tube that comes from the overflow. If you take that out, then as you're pulling your water pump out, it can lean, and maybe you can loosen this clamp, pull it out, and then once you have the water pump in your hand, you can pull this out. Maybe. So if not, then you're gonna have to go buy one of these, and like I said, I'm gonna leave the link in the description, so if you need it, you will know just how to get it. So, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention your upper radiator hose. As soon as you get the air tubing that connects to the throttle body out of your way, then you have your upper radiator hose. Simply take that out, and then you're done. So that's why I didn't really talk about this. This is the easiest one I've ever seen, and you put it on in reverse, and then you're ready to go. Just in case you wanted to know, all the bolts that are on the front and the back of the water pump, they are a T30. You can either buy a bit like this, or you can get you a socket, but it's just a T30. As you see, that was a piece of cake to take the old one off and put the new one on. It took me roughly 40 minutes to do the entire job. It's not an hour job, I'll tell you that. And you can save yourself hundreds of dollars, maybe even $1,000. The thing that I will say is make sure you get all new gaskets, all O-rings. If you need any hoses, get a new hose. As you see, I still have the original hose on my old one. That's because I got a new hose as well. I hope that has helped some of you determine if aftermarket or third party is worth it. Tell you the honest truth, what do you really have to lose if you're doing the work yourself? I repaired mine, so if that one doesn't work, I still have the original. Like I said, all I did, I just put I cleaned it up, took the old gasket off, and I put a new gasket on. So this is working fine. So, as usual, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up and I will get back at you. Let me know if you've ever had any issues with aftermarket, or if you switched over to aftermarket and you're never gonna look back. I'm gonna leave links to all those little parts that cost pennies versus going to the dealer. You guys have a good one, and I'm so happy I got this thing back. I forgot, I'm about to do a video on this. I forgot that I haven't even done one. My Jaguar Xjl portfolio supercharge is a monster. You guys have a good one.